Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Marks. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Try to run for it with Marks. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. So, here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a 1st down or 2. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Caleb Williams still going, and he will go all the way. Incredible run. 97 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game. Like you see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
To throw is Williams. That is caught. They get the 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball's out. it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Duvernay to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. First time they had it, they scored a touchdown and added the 2-point conversion on top. So an 8-0 advantage as they work with it here on 1st and 10. That escapability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Here's Williams.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
Stroud's going to tuck this one on his own read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got 2nd and long, 2nd and 4th. And the rush gets home. He'll look down. They got him. Andrew Billings gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, a loose football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
A play fake. Now Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Bears, 1st down.
What is going on?
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Stroud. Forced out left.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That one out of reach of the receiver's outstretched arms and is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Williams. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now it's 2nd and 1. Here's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown Bears. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. Williams now going to bring up the Bears, and they will go for 2. Williams. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here we go. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball from this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready to run! Movement!
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7, and he's in. Poston Lovely. Touchdown, Chicago.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Texans offense get ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets up past the 35.
Texans first down.
To throw is Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. 1st and 10.
37. And the Texans first down.
All right.
1st and 10 at the 27.
On the give, it's Marks. Good block to the 15. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down.
Back to throw. Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears 4-yard line.
Marks. A second ever, and he is in. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Well, let's give credit here over to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Now, faking the give. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. It's 3rd and 4.
He was covered by Henry To'oto.
To throw is Williams.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. What is up? At the 23-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Swift. Marked down at the 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now, you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. He puts it up, and it's caught. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
from the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they were able to convert.
Moving left, he runs with it, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
On the 3, right? And the Texans 1st down.
An inside give to Marks. Yeah, he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Gervon Dexter getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Stroud going to set up the throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Stroud to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. These fans set to head home happy. Very solid performance by the hometown side as they finish off a very decisive victory. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Backs to the tight end, Loveland. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as